Everyone, this is Daniel Renfro, Principal Cedar Edge Elementary School. This is an accountability video. I've been meaning to do this prior, but haven't made it there, so I apologize for that. But we're going to give you a tour through our data and just some things that we have going here at Cedar Ridge Elementary School, just to keep you in the loop. I'm starting off here today just on our website. This is a place, so when this video is done, it'll be uploaded here. It'll always be there for you to view. Our mission, vision, values, these are important to us as a school. We want to make sure we put them on just about everything that we send out, because with that target in mind, I think that we are much better suited to reach our goals when we know what we're aiming at as a school. And so those are our mission. That's kind of what we aim to do each day. Our vision, what students will leave Cedar Ridge Elementary School with being able to do. And then if you've been in our school, you know how much we value our Bruin Pride traits. Down here is information on our Bear Den and then our Tuesday Express. I haven't posted this week's yet, but this is where you can have quick and easy access to that. Over here are upcoming school events. You can see, for instance, tonight there's a parent den meeting and potluck at 5:30 here at the school. So if that works for you to join, please do come. We also have a Pride Assembly this Friday, Muffins with Mom next week. We have Thanksgiving break coming up, our holiday concerts, plenty going on, and it's a great place to find it. In our parent den page, we put up our minutes here. So if you do want to see what's discussed at the parent den meeting tonight, you'll have an access to that here. It'll probably be posted later this week. So that's a great way for you to stay plugged in on what's being discussed amongst our parent den. And then also I want to remind you about our community page. We post different items that come to us that kids can take advantage of. So if you haven't had a chance to look through that, that is a great idea as well. So that's our website. As we jump through, I just want to show you a couple pieces of information I think will give you a sense of where we are as a school. I'm going to start out with our DIBELS. DIBELS, as a reminder, is our reading results for the school year. And so you can see last year's results here and where we finished up. About 76% of our students at or above grade level, 12 that were in that strategic category just below, and then 12% that are in that intensive range. The exciting thing as we look at this year's data, you can see our school number is down a little bit. We have seen some growth out of Cedar Edge Elementary School, unfortunately, some folks leaving. And that's been a combination of things. You know, the transfer bus stops. We lost about 20 or so students that live in Delta and now are staying in Delta because of the busing and so forth. Some families have moved out. Some have chosen homeschool. There's a variety of reasons, but we are down a little bit as a school this year. Thing that's exciting here I wanted to show you is this number here, the number of students that are well below benchmark. That's the lowest number it has been in the last 8 years of recorded data. So our kids are starting at a higher platform. The other piece here, you can see that 67% of our students came in at the beginning of the year at or above grade level. For instance, the year before, that number was at 58%. And so this is the highest number as well that we've seen in the past 8 years of recorded data. So our students are starting off from a higher platform, and we're excited to see what that means overall as our students continue to grow their reading this year. When we step through, there's a couple other documents I want you to see. This is just what we call our Alpine Achievement, and this shows the number of students that exceeded, the number of students that met, that approached, partially met, or did not meet in grades 3, 4, and 5. And this is an ELA on the CMAS test. Over here we have math. Grade 3, 4, 5 in the same category. So this is one way that we can kind of peruse the information. These break down into further reports where we can see how students are performing, look at different questions and so forth. And probably an easier way to see how Cedar Edge Elementary School performed was right here. This was created by our school district, so every school in the district is on the bottom of this. But you can see the nice trends that we have overall as a school. So this is ELA, and you can see how we've steadily grown and how we're also ahead of the district and the state when it comes to English language arts. That includes reading and writing. So really excited about that, and we're seeing some really nice trends here. You can see where each grade level compared, how beating the district, or if we were a little bit behind the district or state, it shows up here. But overall, really proud of our results and the growth that we made. In math, this is really neat too, because one of the the things that we've been honest about is as we've transitioned and continue to utilize Go Math, we have underperformed the state and the district. This year we took a huge step forward. So you can see a couple years ago the number of students that were, and these numbers, by the way, are the percentage of students that were met or exceeded here once again. And so 25% of our students, 22% of our students, and this last year we made a really strong jump up to 35, which beat the district. We hadn't done that in the past several years. We're still behind the state, and our whole district obviously is behind the state. So I think it continues to be a point of emphasis in what we're taking on this year. So the work's not done, but we saw a really nice step forward here. In science, Mr. Thompson is kind of our 4th and 5th grade science person, but we're all responsible for science leading up to that. And so you can see his results were awesome this last year and beat the district and the state pretty handily. So that was a school win, and I also want to give Mr. Thompson a shout out for the great job he does with science. I know that this year we're also gonna, this upcoming spring, we're going to be testing 4th grade social studies as well. So we haven't had that in a few years, so we'll have an opportunity to have another data point on how our instruction is going with social studies, but just good information here. The other piece that we looked at with our staff, and I don't have that data right in front of me, and I apologize about that. But in all of these categories, like I shared a moment ago, these are the number of students that met or exceeded. So they're kind of at that benchmark level. In every single one of our categories, in 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade ELA, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade math, and in science, our overall mean score was the highest that it had ever been. And so what that says, you get kind of a perspective down here of all of our students' scores are counted when it comes to our mean score. And so we were well below the state in students that did not meet in both ELA and even in math. And so to think about, we're moving students from did not meet to partially met and approached. And so even if they're not in that met or exceeded range, we're pushing students the correct way. And so our overall scores were up and all were at highs for Cedar Ridge Elementary School. So that was really exciting. This is just a quick look at the data, but I hope it's informative. And where we're at right now is we're in November, is in the beginning of December, we're going to pop back to our dibbles here. We're going to have our MOY here at the beginning of December, just to kind of get a sense of how our students are growing, where they are in terms of their growth through this school year. And so we'll have a new data point there, and off of that we'll work with our reading consultant. We'll use all our amazing teachers and teams here to continue to craft our reading instruction to meet each student's needs, and that's going to put us hopefully in that great trend where we get back above 80%. We had a little bit of a regression last year, but our overall trend over the past 5 years is up, and so we're excited about that. And then that puts us on the track here too, where in the spring we'll also have CMAS results for this year. We'll be able to take the CMAS tests, and so we'll get a sense on, our ELA, are we still trending the right way? With math, are we still heading the right way? Science, social studies, it's just that continued emphasis on making sure that from an academic standpoint, we see that achievement from students and we see that growth from students. And so if they're growing, that comes up in a huge piece of our consideration on our success as well. We typically look at growth, because even if students are down in this did not meet and they finish in did not meet, but they move from answering just a few questions correct to they almost made it to partially met, they still might get this distinction of did not meet or partially met. But if they're moving inside of that band, if they're growing, that's what we want to see. We want to just continue to grow each year, so we're putting students in a place for success. So once again, I hope this is helpful. I always want to be available, so if you have any other questions, concerns, anything that I can address, I want to be helpful to you any way that I can. I love the direction of our school. We still have our strong culture still in place here, where we're 2 years in a row capturing kids' hearts, National Showcase School. We care about kids, we love kids, and we hope that creates a foundation for their learning. Also, as a reminder here as I sign off, if you're interested, hopefully we see you tonight for the Parent Den meeting and potluck. Our Pride Assembly will be this Friday afternoon. We have Muffins with Mom, all these great events coming up, so we hope that you can attend. Otherwise, hope you're having a great Monday, and if there's anything we can do for you or your child, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks so much. Have a great day.